Alright farmers, it's Wednesday the 7th of February and we're back with some mods. So first up is Workshop Workbench. This is by DJ Woodsy, 0.95 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and on the buildings and tools. So there it is, grand to place down, and obviously it's a Workshop Workbench. Now you do need to get the tractor pretty close. I mean that's I tried all the way from, you see where the tracks are, all the way down there. You need to get it that close for it to pick it up, but fair enough. But what you can also do, once you get a little bit closer, you see that open door, B. You can hide your sandwiches in there, no problem. And obviously once you've got your tractor or implement close enough, you can then fix it all up. But what's great about this is obviously you can place it in any building you like and have yourself a little workbench. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, next up is Barrel. This is by Andy Modding, 1.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So we'll scroll along to find them. There you are. So we've got two versions here. We've got the one on the left, which is on its side, and then the one that's stood upright. 50 each. They are just for decoration. But what I was thinking about with these, if you were to, yeah, go with me on this one. If you have the Grape Factory, you know, it's a PG game or, you know, Peggy 3 game, whatever, and you wanted to sort of facilitate putting grapes into a barrel, making a bit of wine, yeah, maybe this would do nicely. I like them. I mean, they're nicely detailed, would work. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Polish House. This is by Kacper Simon and Pate. 33.8 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses, as you can well imagine. 50 grand to place down, and obviously it's a house in the Polish style. So you come up the steps there, you got your sleep trigger. There isn't a wardrobe trigger, mind you. A little spin around the back. I mean, it's nicely detailed on the old rendering on the outside. Got some flowers in your wood box. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, obviously you can't go inside the building, but let's face it, this game is about being out in the field, so if it's just somewhere to put your head down, get a bit of kip, yeah, this will do you nicely. And we're sticking with Polish houses for the next one, because we've got this one here, the Polish Wooden House. This is by PT Rolnick, 13.12 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this one in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses as well. And this one's a little bit cheaper, it's only going to cost you 12 grand, but the same rules apply. I mean, you've got your sleep trigger just there. I mean, it is more of a chalet style. Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, you've got this little brick outhouse, mind you. Again, you can't go in the building. But again, if you're just putting your hat somewhere so you can have a bit of a kip. Yeah, very nice. And then we've got the small old wooden shed. This is by Dimitri, 6.66. Oh, that's a bit of a devil download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 5 grand to place down. I'm so glad it wasn't 6,666 just to match up with the download. But that being said, though, I mean, it looks all right. I mean, the texture work on that wood, that is nice. Nice indeed. Now, obviously, you know, it is a small wooden shed. So if you've got big harvesters, yeah, you might struggle to get them in. But I got a bit of junk at the back. I mean, you could easily fit most things in there. I think maybe some of the bigger harvesters, probably not. But apart from that, you could store almost anything in there. Yeah, very nice. Let me move on to the concrete ring pack. Just over here. I've set them out as best I can. The same as what they've got in the Mod Hub website. So this is by Weekend Farmers, Amarok 10 and Baxter. 5.63 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So we'll scroll back along. There we are. So the first one is going to be your 2 meters. So that's right in the middle. Then obviously they move out in size. We then got the 4 meter, the 6 meter, the 8 meter, and then the 10 meter around the outside. Now what these are for, obviously they're decoration, but if you were to plant a tree, say like we've done here, yeah, it's because it's a little bit of a decoration, a little bit of a curbstone going around a tree. I mean, it doesn't have to be a tree, it could be anything you like, as long as you can get it in the circle. Yeah, you could curb off anything. Oh, very nice. We then move on to the flower production. So this is by Agri-Kevolution, 16.14 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 31 grand to place down. And obviously it's going to take your usual shenanigans. Your wheat, your barley, your sorghum and your oats. So you chuck it all in over here. You then have your pallet spawn point just there on the ledge. And you've got this taking out point. Because what this also does, It's a bit of pig food. Obviously, it's waste pig food, mind you. So once you go in there like that, you'll see the recipe. So 5 wheat, you then get 4 flour and then pig food. Again, recipes a little bit different going forward, but still, I mean, if you've got pigs, come and go in it. It's got an emergency stop button. The door looks like it opens, but all right, fair enough. Obviously, you take your pig food out of there. Oh, I like it. I mean, it's like an old school building. I mean, that reminds me of like an old village school. That sort of look to it. That looks ace. So next up is Metal Shed. This is by Camillos0397, 6.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll back along to find it. They are 12 grand to place down, and obviously, as the name would suggest, it's a metal shed. So you come up to like that, open up the doors, jobs are good. And I mean, there isn't a workshop in here, mind you, but it has got that sort of vibe. Like you got these here that would be took up and then use it as a pit. So really, you could get that workbench down there, put it up that end, and then bring your tractor or your vehicle in, fix it all up. Oh, that's all right. I mean, the sloping roof sort of does feel like you could probably put up against another building, mind you, but I like it. Right, next up is Large Industrial Warehouse 70 by 25. This is by JM Gaming, 29.09 megabyte on the download, and it is large. The name really does do it justice, because you're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. Now we've got 2 versions of this. You've got the actual shed version itself, which is the same building, and then you've got the pallet storage in the building. I mean, it's huge. I mean, look, that's where we were by that metal shed, the last one, and look at the size of it. Massive. Now obviously you come over here, you've got all these doors that open up like that. They are so sort of like green metal work on there. Open up that one as well. Why didn't that middle one open? Oh yeah, that's better. Obviously didn't hit the trigger. So obviously you've got 2 doors either side, so you need to open up both of them. And once you get inside, there's me pallets, there's me bale. I say pallets and bales. There's one of each, let's face it. But you can come through this area, no problem. We come right up to them like that. You know, no worries are there. But if you want to chuck it in, you've got to chuck it in this side. And then got these doors that open as well. So same again, 2 doors. So you will need to open both. Obviously, drive through, not a problem. And obviously, you're taking out area just here. So you come up to like that. Now we'll take out the bale. Where's it gone? Where's the bale? There it is. Fair enough. So really then, you've got this area, because you've got the hatch markings there. That's where your bales and pallets are going to stack up. So this end, I mean, it's a spawn point for you taking your stuff out, mind you, but you could use this as storage. Oh, that's all right. I mean, it looks ace inside. Those windows at the end look brilliant. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Shelter. This is by Nordfries, 5.56 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So there you are, 35 grand to place down. And it says on the website, a simple shelter. And that's exactly what it is. You need somewhere to store your stuff. Obviously, keep it out of the weather, so to speak. Keep it dry. Yeah, this will do you nicely. Obviously, a big opening at the front. So even like with the tallest of vehicles, we'll go with that. You know, you've got to get most of it underneath, if not all of it. Yeah, I like it. Right, next up is Cellar Pack. This is by Gracchus and Philippe, 9.07 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these 2 in the construction menu and under buildings and silos. So we'll scroll along to find them. There we are. So 35 grand each. You've got 2 options. One with a bit of grass on and then one without. Fair enough. And they both hold 120,000 litre capacity. Obviously, you chuck your stuff in there. No, you chuck your stuff in there, you take your stuff out of there. That's a bit better. Can we go inside? No, it is what it is. Same again for that one. So you just pick which one you want. I mean, this one looks a little bit more lived in. You've got a bit of growthage on the top. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is BR Small Wood Shed Pack. This is by GLFS, 23.17 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in the construction menu, and the first batch is going to be under sheds. So we'll scroll back along to find them. So there's your first one. So you got your BR Small Shed 1. So that's that one. So basically, small shed, no sides. You then got number 2 with a side on. You then got number 3, which has got a side divider, and then obviously that bit's enclosed. You then got the... Is it double width? No, because they're 2. Triple width. We'll go with triple wide with no walls. We then got the second one, well, number 5 to be fair. The second of the triple wides with 2 side walls on. And then we've got the last one just there. Number 6 It's got the enclosed middle and then the side bits on the go there. Then we go up to silos. So going there like that. And we'll scroll along to find these. So the first one is going to be storage shed. That's going to hold 250 pieces. We then got a silo, or drying silo. It's going to hold 100,000 litres. And we then got another drying silo. It's going to hold 100,000 litres as well. So the triple wide on that one. And then to finish off, we got this one here. So we go up to tools. That's better. So scroll back along to find it. It's just going to be down here like that. There we are. 18 grand, obviously, to fix your vehicle up. It's a bit of a workshop. That being said, I like them. I mean, nice frameworks like the round. Yeah, I mean, the round pole. Round poles? Is that the word for them? We're calling them round poles anyway. You know what I mean? Supports, girders, whatever you want to call it. They look all right, though. I mean, that little silo at the top, I think that's ace. I mean, yeah, oh, okay, there's ones that hold more in it. But, you know, it's not always about the size. It's about how it looks some of the time. Oh, it's ace. I mean, chuck it in there. Obviously, take out there. Yeah, that's a nice pack, that is. Right, next up is Stone Farm Pack 1. This is by VX Mapping, 43.76 megabyte on the download. And like the previous pack, they're going to be in a few different places. There's quite a lot to this one as well. So, in the construction menu and under animals first. I will spin it around, that's a little bit better. Right, so up to animals. Come on, menu. There you are. So, first up, we've got horses. So, there we are. 8 grand. Obviously, that's going to hold 10 horses. Then we'll come to the next one, which is going to be under chickens. So, we're going there like that. And we've got that one there, 10 grand. That's going to hold 50 chickens. We then move on to the sheep, which is just in there. So 30 grand, that's going to hold 65 sheep. Then we'll come back out. And we'll go over here because we've got a shed. So we'll go up to buildings and we're going to sheds. So we'll scroll along to find this one. There you are. So 7 grand for that one. We then move on to the next one, which is bale storage. Yeah, fair enough. 500 pieces going into there. We move on to this one, which is ace. Hangar with workshop, 100,000 litre capacity, and we'll come back to that in a minute. We then got this one on the end here, which is small shed. We then go into this one, which is under silos. So we'll scroll along to find this one. So yeah, that's going to hold 800,000 litres. And then we go onto this one, which is a fodder silo. It's going to hold 400,000. Interesting. So obviously, with your horses, I've got 2 in here so far. You got your animal dialogue box just there. So it's going to hold 10. We'll come down this side. And you'll chuck your feed into there. Now, what you also see is this is manure ready. Now, it's not normally a manure thing with chickens and whatever. And it does say on the website that if it's map compatible, it says the base game does not normally support straw manure for sheep and chickens. So manure production and straw consumption will only work on maps with custom animal XML or the enhanced animal system. So that says to me that's going to be, yeah, PC. So if you're on console, it's not going to work. So fair enough. Food goes into there on that one. We can go into here like that. There's your animal dialogue box for your chickens. We'll come out of that door there like that. And I've not seen a hatch marking area for eggs. Oh, there we are. Just as I say it, one turns up. I mean, you have a look around before we start recording, but it's like, you know, you always miss things. But all right, fair enough. We'll carry on. So this is going to be for your sheep. So open up that door like that. Got your animal dialogue box just inside the door. So 65 will go in there. So you got your feed goes into there. I mean, this will take straw as well. But like I said, that's going to be for PC only, really. And we'll come out of this side. There's something kind of interesting about this, which is a bit random. So you got your wool pallet spawn point just there. Now, around this corner, we've got a milk taking out point. Now, I know some sheep do give milk. I mean, I've got one mod at least that comes to mind that you can get sheep milk from, but we're going to the animals and I'll show you what I mean. So there, got sheep. So productivity, we've got wool and we've got straw. Yeah, it's not giving us a thing for milk, but all right, fair enough. Coming to this door, mind you, though, we've got workshop trigger. Oh, that is ace. I mean, ignoring the milk, and you got sheep and you got workshop trigger. That's ace. That's ace. Now you can come through here. Now you can stand here trying to get through and not realising why you need to get through, but it's actually a glass door. Don't do what I did and spend 5 minutes wondering why it's not opening. You can come through here. Oh, this is nice. Obviously, the sheep would come in here. That's where you'd milk them. Fair enough. I mean, we'll open up that door. There we are. There's our sheep. Fair enough. You could milk sheep. It's not a problem, so why not? I like it. I like it. I mean, these buildings are ace. I mean, just look at the texture work on the brick. That is awesome. And obviously, you got your sheds, you got your pallet and bale. That's the word I was looking for. So you come over here like that. Storage is empty, obviously. That's just a strange icon because that's a spanner. All right, fair enough. So that means you chuck your stuff into there. And we'll come over here. Now, these ladders, you can get up them. It's a bit of a... What? Yeah, you might need to give it a couple of goes. But you can get up there. I did earlier on. We'll give it one more go. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we are. We got up. So you could use that as a hayloft sort of thing. Now, around here, you've got a little workshop trigger as well. So not a problem on there. But around here, you've got a buy-inable silo. So click on that. So you can have 100,000 litres of liquid fertiliser. Obviously, load it into your vehicle there. Oh, ace. And obviously, we'll come down to the ones at the end. So a bit more storage on that one. Bit more storage just there. Obviously, you've got your silo, load in and load out. And you've got this fodder one. Fair enough. I'm assuming that's going to make certain things. I like it. I like that whole pack. I mean, they just look great. Right, next up is the Grime RH 2460 pack. This is by Hand47, 4.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under belt systems. Now, this requires nothing. This is awesome. And it's going to work on its own, which is ace. So this has got a 24,000 litre capacity, 45 grand, and it's going to do your root crops, even the new stuff. But also in this pack is a second version. So the first one, the RH 2460, is going to do your potato, parsnip, sugar beet, carrots and red beet. But the Unreal version is going to do pretty much everything, which is ace. Plus it's also got the option of a bigger capacity. So you can have 25 or 50,000 litres. Now, they both work the same. So what you do is obviously you back your trailer up like that. There you are. So you'll get the trigger at some point. There we are. No, it's a bit further forward. There we are. No, that's it. Right, so unload my potatoes into there. Right, so jobs are good. Okay, so we'll move this trailer out of the way. We'll then... That's better. Took its time to unhitch. Now, what you can do is have this running anyway. But it makes pallets. Yeah, so you might want to be a little bit careful where you're setting up. I mean, once you're there, you're golden. So obviously you come up to it like that, then do LB lower conveyor belt. That's going to put it on the ground so you can unload into it a lot better. And then you do LB and X, enable pallet creation. There you are. So you're going to bang a pallet out, it's going to fill it up, jobs are good. And so once that pallet's full, it's going to stop because obviously it's got nowhere it can put a new pallet. So if you just pull forward a little, it's going to do another one. It'll fill that one up, and so on and so on. So obviously you will need to keep moving the pallets out the way, mind you. See how many's in the pallet. Let's have a look. That was too heavy. Oh, I haven't got me menu on. Right, let's turn this menu on. There you are. 2,000 litres in the pallet. Yeah, I mean, I suppose there is easier ways of dealing with potatoes, but you know, something different. Yeah, very nice. Next up is Universal Rotating Bunk. This is by HR Force and Fargzoid Bell. 2.22 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, what this is, it's a little bit of an extension. So it goes on the back of your forwarder and it gives you something else to sort of help out with getting your logs out. Fair enough. 9 grand to buy. You got the main colour option, which is going to be any one of those. Does the mainframe. Design colour. We'll go with that. Why not? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not really into forestry. I struggle. Let's face it, I struggle. But if you are, this could do you nicely. Right, next up is the Lizard WS130DG. This is by Aggregati, 7.8 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 7,900 litre capacity, 19 grand to buy. Then you've got the option on configuration, standard, extensions. That puts it up to 18,300. Or standard. Now, if you do have the extension on, it does take away the additional tailgate, so just bear that in mind. Wilbrand, Trelleborg, Vredestein, BKT, or back to Trelleborg. And then you've got the option of additional tailgate, yes or no. Well, that being said, though, if you go for the extension one, you're going for capacity, really, though, aren't you? Well, that being said, though, I mean, I like it. It's a nice looking trailer. Right, next up is Case IH1830. This is by Oxbo Modding, 5.13 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under weeders. So this requires 150 horsepower from your tractor, 9.5 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 25 grand. 9.5 meter weeder, that's all right. And what makes it good about this is obviously you tow it that end and then you hook up in the middle. Yeah, a little bit of unfold and it'll be on the ground, way to go. Oh, that's all right. You got standard design, number 2, number 3, or back to standard. Well, that being said, what is it changing? I don't really see what it's changing, to be fair, but all right, fair enough. You then got rim colour, which is going to be your rims. I mean, 9.5 on a weeder, that's all right. Right, next up is the Valma Short Disc Harrow Series 101. This is by Black Tiger Modding, 39.6 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under Disc Harrows. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a new brand to the game? I haven't seen that one before. All right, fair enough. 200 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 6 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 35 grand. You then got the option of standard CD unit, so it gives it a 400 litre capacity. That being said, though, it's going to do your grass, your oilseed radish, and your canola. And then we'll go on to the next one, which is going to be your fertilizer distribution unit. Yeah, that's not got a capacity on it, so that'll go on the back of a tank. Although, to be fair, if you've got a slurry spreader or digestate spreader, and put this on the back, you do disking and spreading at the same time. Oh, that's all right. You then got CD unit and fertilizer distribution, and then you got back to standard. You then got the main colour, which is red or black. Actually, I prefer it in the black. That looks ace. 2 jobs in one, though. Very nice. And the last mod for the day is the Case IH149 Blade. This is by Oxbo Modding, 3.61 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under subsoilers. Now, this requires 280 horsepower from your tractor, 5.1 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed. I like it. V-style subsoiler. That looks awesome. 20 grand. You then got red frame colour or yellow frame. That's your 2 options. Design, got 2, 3, and then standard. Oh, it's doing the stickers. Fair enough, but that looks ace. It's like a little, I'm going to call it a batwing. I like it. I like it a lot. A few updates as well. So we've got Stone Valley 22 by Lancy Boy. Now that does need a new save. Got Black Mountain Montana by Poor Boy and Hoot. Now that also needs a new save. Got the Crone Swadro TC 1370 by BM Modding. Got the Toplift Steyr and Trent System by BM Modding and Wopster. Got the Cressetto PC Pack by DD Mod Passion. Got Barrel 6000 by Puzzcap. Got Lacotech LH2 by Mitchie. Got the Dynamic Crushable Rocks Pack by Squiggles. Got Small UK Cow Barn by VR Modding. Got American Sawmill by Chris S and Riley S. Lizard Fertilizer Tank by 750 Ti Modding. Small Composite Hull by Agra Modding. And Storage Hull by Agra Modding. So that's your mods done for you. Why not hit that join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.